Welcome back to BJP Lifestyle, guys. I hope you're having a great day. If you're new here, make sure you click that subscribe button down below right now to be notified when new videos go live. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. here on the channel. And of course, check out Shop Lifestyle, get yourself some lifestyle merch. Now today, guys, it's going to be another POV video, not a drive though. Today, we're going to be teaching you guys how to clean the car because we got lots of bug splatter. So you can see here, also, yeah, we kind of got that little bubbling on the hood. So I might be taking it to the dealer to get that checked out and get that fixed up. But for now, yeah, we got bugs all over down here. It's really bad. You can see there's a whole bug just chilling right there. And yeah, the whole front's really bad. So hopefully that stuff comes off. Basically, I'm going to be doing a whole overview video on how to wash your car pretty much completely touchless besides when you dry it. And that's going to be just with a self-wash kind of car wash setup. So we're going to head over there now because you guys can see we got pollen everywhere. Hopefully you guys can see, I don't know, but yeah, we're going to head over there now. I'm going to strap the GoPro on my head. We're going to get on the machine and we are going to clean it from start to finish because I've been getting a lot of questions about it ever since I had the other video, either in DMs or in comments. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and hopefully we can get this fairly clean. This should be a really good, simple way for you guys to wash your cars and clean them at a self-wash car wash without having too many issues. So yeah, let's just go ahead and head over there now. All right, so this is probably the strangest thing that I've ever done in public. I have my GoPro on my hat, on my head, as you can see here. And yeah, there's people around everywhere and whatnot. So first things first, we gotta obviously get our money out. So I'm gonna start with just $5 into here. See how that goes. That should be enough to get it started. Basically, if you go over to these machine things over here, we're gonna go with a, we're gonna start with the PreSoak, pretty much cover every single inch of the car with that. And then, yeah, and then we'll go into a high pressure soap and then rinse it basically. And that's pretty much all we're gonna do. And then we'll wipe it down and dry it all with some rags. So let's just get it going with the basics here of the PreSoak. And basically, like I said, you wanna cover pretty much everything. Usually it'll take like a second for this to start coming out, but you just want to start covering literally every inch of the car from top to bottom, or bottom to top, it doesn't really matter, but you want to make sure that the actual soap stuff's coming out. You'll notice here in a second. There we go. So this is your PreSoak. You just want to cover every single inch of the car, get in the creases, get up close, kind of, you know, work out the little details that you need to, and just basically just cover every single thing with this because this is what's going to break down the kind of break down the stuff for you so that you can spray it off and hose it off a lot easier. You can even see already how much like pollen and stuff is like running down the car, so that's how you know it's kind of breaking down and working. And like I said, you want to get all up on everywhere and basically just coat the entire car because you can even see it just coming down. There's yellow coming down everywhere. And basically I just spray this literally everywhere and let it start working. So then once I hit it with the soap, it'll kind of work together and start to break everything off of the car. Like I said, this is kind of just a quick touchless way to do things. There's obviously different ways to do it and better ways depending on what you're using and where you're at. And you know, if you have a pressure washer at home, stuff like that. I'm sure the audio is not going to be great, so I'll probably have a lot of music over this. But we'll see. Like I said, you want to cover like every inch of the car, get in the nooks and crannies, get in between the door jambs, you know, really spray it in there, get it everywhere, especially down in the areas like this where it's going to get gooped up and there's going to be a lot of junk. Just kind of break it down and just kind of get through there. Get the roof as best as you can. It's kind of hard to get the roof sometimes. Mine's lowered and I'm pretty tall, so it's not too bad for me, but I know some of you will have an issue with that. Like I said, you can get up pretty close with this because it's not very high pressure or anything, so it's not going to hurt your car too bad to do that. Make sure you get your mirrors, your windshield, pretty much everything. This is probably going to be the majority of the time that you're spending is just covering it in this because you want to get every inch to break everything down for you. I do want to say that when I first started doing this, I watched a video, I think it was from It's Just a Stick, so shout out to him, he's killing it here on YouTube. And yeah, he had a video that kind of went over a very similar process, so I just kind of adapted it to my own, got my own kind of stuff and just started doing it on my own all the time. So you can kind of get up close, like I said, and just kind of spray those little bugs off there. But like down here where there's lots of bugs, we're just gonna want to really coat this good and get them to start getting broken down a fair amount because it's yeah, It's a real dirty car today. You can see just the pollen buildup here is just disgusting. It's so bad right now. Especially on a white car like this. Oh, it's awful. So you can see down here that there's like some asphalt stuff. That's probably not going to come off from this. You'll have to really scrub for that. So for now, I'm just going to kind of leave it and do my best kind of job. Just like I said, this is just kind of a quick touchless way to do things. Like I said, if you really want a good wash, then I can make a video doing that, but that'll have to be like an at-home kind of video because you're going to need a power washer at home and stuff like that. So let me know if you guys want a video like that. But this is more for the everyday, just wash your car at a standard car wash like this type of video. All right, so now you can see we're already down to 3 minutes. So now we're gonna go right into the high pressure soap here, which is obviously gonna give us this.
JP Productions.
All right, so at this point, I'm just gonna add like another $1 and see. See where we're at. That's gonna give us another minute. And now we're gonna go right into, you could do high pressure wax here, which will just give it a quick spray. So you just do that super quick. Now after you hit it with that, just quick rinse, and that's pretty much it.
JP Productions.
All right, so I think that cost about maybe $6 for that whole thing. I mean, I probably could have went a little bit better and done a little bit of a better job as far as things went. I did notice a few different spots that didn't really get clean. I'm just gonna lean into the car here so you can hopefully hear me better. But now we're gonna use this Griot's Garage spray-on wax. And that's just going to be to dry it. So you're going to need microfiber towels. This is essentially one of the most important things, is just washing and drying, you know. So drying is a huge part of washing. So I'm going to throw an extra one in my back pocket, and I'm just going to go over everything and basically just dry it down the first time with just a single microfiber cloth. If you have a heavier duty one, it'll probably work better. But basically we're just going to go over it and just make sure we're not doing circles or anything like that. And we're just going to kind of make sure that we're just going in a straight line kind of. The windows are kind of okay if you go over them, you know, they're fine. But for the most part, just don't do circles and stuff, and just go over it one time. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Just get a decent amount of the water spots off. If you did that wax spray, then you should have a decent amount of water droplets that are just big droplets that you can just wipe right off like this. For the most part, the car's pretty clean now, and it didn't take too much time, I guess, or too much money or anything. It's a fairly simple process, but like I said, you're just going to want to go over it the first time and just get most of these big water droplets off as best you can. And then we'll just wring this out as we go. And yeah, that's pretty much all that we're going to be doing for this first round of drying. Is just wring this out. You can see there all the water that's coming off. And then we're just going to keep using the same one. Just make sure you're not using one on the wheels and then one on this. So just, you know, a little precursor. because I'm only going to be doing this one, and then I'll have a second one that I'll use on the wheels. But yeah, I just want to go over everything pretty quick and just give it a quick first dry down, just to get the big water spots, and then we'll go from there. You basically just go around, wring it out as you go, and you'll notice here that it's fairly dry now. So we're just going to go through, do this to the whole car, and then we will hit the wheels, and then we'll go back over it with some of that spray on wax. And you can see down here that there's like some stuff that didn't come off, but like I said, that's bound to happen. Get our mirrors, which, as you guys know, I did these with the Plasti Dip stuff, and you can see they're holding up fairly well. Make sure you get our mirrors, that's pretty important. Like I said, I noticed some spots that didn't really get very clean, and that's like down here. So some of these might actually just be rock chips. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a rock chip there and there, so that explains why it didn't get cleaned. So my initial feeling was that it was just some bugs, but nope, those are some little rock chips. So I'll probably touch those up with my little touch-up pen to fix them.
JP Productions.
Now, if you guys are super particular about your paint, where I'm not super particular about my paint, I don't like baby my paint too bad. But if you are, and if you do, then maybe this isn't your best bet, because you might end up with some scratches, like little tiny ones and stuff, and swirls if you're not careful. So, you know, just a disclaimer there. Let's see, we got a big streak down here. All right, so that's kind of the first coat down. So now I'm gonna actually grab a second rag. So I'm gonna throw this one right into the back. Actually, I'll just grab one out of here, grab a second rag, and now we're gonna do the tires, or not the tires, just the wheels, because if you guys have aftermarket wheels, or even if you don't, I guess, but I just want to make sure that these are nice and dry, because they're satin and I don't want any water spots on them either. So we're gonna go through, just kind of dry off every spoke and make them nice and dry and clean. These wheels look awesome, by the way, guys. They're holding up really well, looking really good, and I'm really happy with them so far. And then we'll just go around, as you can see here. This is why you want to do that and use a different one for your paint and for your wheels, because you don't want to scratch up your paint with the stuff that's coming off your wheels. So you go through again, do all these, and then it's just a second coat of drying, and we're pretty much done. Grab another rag here and our spray on wax, and now we're just going to go ahead and dry the rest of it and just give it a light coat of this, and that should help dry it. So what I like to do is just fold this up like this, if I can get it. Just fold it up like this, so just a few squirts, and now you can just go through and just dry all the rest of these spots and kind of give it a little coat of this in the spots that aren't dry yet. As you go, you'll start to feel that it's starting to have like a little bit of a dry feel to the rag, and that's when you just give it a little bit more of a spray. All right, I'm gonna hop back to the other camera and show you guys what the final kind of product here is. And you guys can be the judge if it's cleaner, if it looks better, and if this is worth it. So let's do that now. All right, so here's what we're working with after cleaning it. You can tell these were some chips down here. Like I was trying to say, I don't know if you'll be able to see them on the GoPro, but I thought they were bugs, but they're just little chips that were behind the actual plate frame, which is kind of strange that those were even chipped back there. But yeah, this is what we're working with. It's fairly clean. I think it's looking pretty good. You guys can see it's kind of got a little bit of a glassy look to it. It's really clean, basically. It's not going to last like this for much longer. This is a pretty quick, like I said, wash, and then the pollen and stuff's going to get right back on it. But yeah, there's what she's looking like, nice and clean. Now, one thing that I will recommend is lift up your little tailgate here, like up, because you see these little water spots that are kind of running down. That's going to happen like several times. When you guys drive the first time, it's going to happen as well. There's going to be like little droplets that kind of run down, so make sure you guys lift that up so you can get those, because yeah, it's not fun having those on your back window. So I usually keep a microfiber with me after I do it the first time, and then I'll actually go back and wipe it after I drive for a little bit, because it kind of like blows the water out. But yeah, it's nice and clean. We're actually able to see the paint and not just see nothing but yellow pollen all the time, because it's not fun to my allergies are killing me from it. But yeah, it's nice and clean. So hopefully you guys got some information from that. Hopefully it helped you guys out to wash your car and get yourself clean for a fair price and not get completely scammed. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you click that like button down below right now to help the YouTube algorithm, help this video get out to more people, help the channel grow, and of course, you know, get more Jeep people into this community. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you click that subscribe button down below right now to be notified when new videos go live. New videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. here on the channel. And of course, check out Shop Lifestyle, get yourself some lifestyle merch. But thanks for watching, guys. Peace.